Greetings, Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta community. This is Karen Ratz. I proudly serve as the board president to the Board of Trustees of SLCA, and Reverend David Alexander and I are coming to you today to tell you that there's an annual meeting coming up on Sunday, April 14th, and we want and need you there. We definitely want community participation and engagement and visioning for what is the future of SLCA. We have some very big milestones this year. SLCA turns 45. Reverend David Alexander celebrates his 5th anniversary with us as our spiritual director of SLCA. And we have at our board meeting some board nominees to vote on. We have some new board members coming on. I personally am at the end of my term, and so I will be rotating off, as will a couple of my fellow board members. There's a couple board members who will continue on, and then we have new board members to vote in. We have a few important bylaw changes we also need to propose and vote on. So there's some very big things we need to do for the conscious infrastructure of SLCA. We also want to update everyone on everything going on with SLCA, the financials, the attendance, the pledgers, all of the information that keeps this nonprofit going. And so one of the questions that I am asked is, okay, is it good news or is it bad news? And that is really fascinating, right? When you're in a New Thought teaching where everything is good news, if you will, in that we choose consciousness, we choose to create. And on the other hand, that can be very Pollyannish or skip over things or not deal with what the facts are. And so we want to share with you the facts, the facts about attendance, the fact about pledgers being down. We have pledgers who continue to pledge but don't attend. We have pledgers that have now moved on, people who have moved or people who have quit. So there's a lot of things that we need to discuss about what we want to create next. We also still continue to have some savings in the bank. But of course, this deficit spending that we've been talking about now for a year will not continue forever. And so it's something that we've got to really talk about. We've prioritized paying our staff. We now have this new location with much better terms and much better rent. And so there's decisions that need to be made by this community about what you want to do about increasing income, increasing pledging, or do you want to start cutting budgets? So we need your participation. We would love you to come on the 14th, have this conversation with us. All right, I turn it over to Reverend David for his perspective. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Karen Ratz, for your dedicated service and commitment to SLCA over the years. We're so blessed to have you and to all of our Board of Trustees serving this great community. Hey everybody, David Alexander here, and I'm delighted to come to you today and to share with you. We are sending this message out to a broad group of people who have contributed something to SLCA over the last several years. You have called this place home, you have made this place work, and we want this message to go out to you. We know that not everybody can get to the annual meeting on Sunday, the April 14th. Not everybody is available for our Sunday service in the afternoon, and that's okay. We have about twice as many people, sometimes 3 times as many people who give regularly to SLCA than are in the room during our Sunday services. So we have a broad community, and even broader than that when we look at the number of people who have contributed something to SLCA over the last several years. And so we want the message to go far and wide. This is your home. This is our annual meeting, your spiritual home. And it's important that we come together at this time to hear this message. And the message is this: we're kind of breaking the fever of COVID and being shuttered up in our homes and kind of navigating, the world in different ways. And we're coming back together to consciously choose community and to consciously choose to be together and to support actively with our presence and with our financial dollars. When we moved in May to the afternoon service at UUCA, we now know, as we look at the statistics, that we lost about 20% of our pledging and general income. Now, that's not unusual when you make a big move like that. It's kind of typical in the church business that you lose some people and some energy, some momentum, and then you have to build it back up from there. And that's where we're at. But it's really critical that we begin actively building it back up, inviting people back, and making a deeper commitment for those of us who call this place home. Because we cannot continue the deficit spending that we're doing now, spending down our reserves to make things work forever, as you heard Karen say. During our meeting, we'll have our treasurer there. You'll have updated financials. We'll have slides, etc. So those who can join the meeting either by Zoom or in person, you'll get all the updated information. But right now, we want the message to go out far and wide. It's time to come home. It's time to make a commitment as we are shifting from the adaptation and constantly pivoting of COVID and all of that to saying, okay, now, what's really important to us? And are we ready and willing to make a commitment to it? I know I am. This is my 5th year here with you at SLCA. I'm looking forward to many more. It's my 20th year in pulpit ministry and Centers for Spiritual Living, and I'm so honored to reach that milestone this year and to do so with all of you. It's SLCA's 45th year of existence, and we want that to continue many, many years down the road. And it's only going to happen because you and I say yes to it. So I'm looking at my pledge and I'm seeing what adjustments we can make in our household so that I can increase and go to the next tier, the next $100 level, rounding it up because that's just easy in my mind to do. And I want to invite you to do the same. Are you willing to look at where you're at? If you're under $50 a month, are you willing to go up to 50? If you're somewhere in that area, are you willing to go up to 100? If you're at 100, can you do 125 or 150? So on and so forth, all the way up. We have people who give $1,000 a month, and thank you for those individuals. But it takes all of us at all levels to really commit. And we need people to step in and say yes to Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta right now. So you'll find the links to do that. And hey, you know what? We believe in you, and we believe that as solidarity is created through our giving, and so we want to give back to you. There's a prosperity course for free on newthoughteducation.com. We're going to put the link in this email as well. There's a increased income, unexpected income prayer program happening with our practitioners right now. The link is in this email for that as well, and so many other things. We know that you have been there for us in the past, and we're asking you to be here for us now, just as SLCA has been there for you through education and quality programming over the years. I believe in our future, I believe in what we're doing, and I believe that the message of belonging is more important now than it has ever been. So let's do this together. Let's step in, let's lean in, let's look within our side of ourselves and ask ourselves what's really important to us. And even if Sundays don't work for you on a regular basis, you know that you want it to be there when you are available, and you want it to be a quality, solid experience and product and ministry and message available to all. And new people are finding us all of the time, and you want it to exist for them as well. So give a gift, give a legacy, give a commitment that says yes to the future of SLCA, and let's do this together. Thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to seeing you and interacting with those of you who are able during our annual meeting on the 14th. Peace and blessings.